They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got robbed.
Great performance. Roach won the story.
Roach won the story. He didn't get the win.
We just witnessed the unthinkable. Tank Davis, the undefeated knockout artist, pay-per-view star, and so-called face of boxing, held to a draw against Lamont Roach. And not just any draw, a highly controversial one, marred by questionable officiating, fighter excuses, and outraged boxing fans wondering if this was one of the worst robberies in recent memory.
Knockdown, I would win a majority decision. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that, but the rules do state if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's...
First to react was Terrence Crawford, who hasn't hidden his dislike for Tank Davis in recent days, and he wasn't about to let him off the hook. Seeing Tank's excuse for taking a knee in the 9th round is weak, Crawford went straight to Twitter with no hesitation and no sugarcoating. He called out the moment bluntly, saying some of y'all need to watch Mayweather versus Hernandez and see Mayweather take a knee because he hurt his hand. It was called a knockdown, not from a punch either.
Sorry, he took a knee. When he took a knee, he took a knee.
Why do you think that they didn't take a point off?
The referee missed it.
Then, Crawford delivered the knockout punch of tweets. I never seen someone take a knee and it not count as a knockdown. Must have forgot the rules tonight. They robbed that boy. It's crazy. And just when people thought he was done, he landed the final blow. Roach won, and that should have been called a knockdown. Let's see what happens. Crawford didn't just criticize the decision. He made it clear he believed Roach had done enough to win outright, and he wasn't alone. Backing him up was His Excellency Turki Aloshik, the man behind some of the biggest boxing events in the world today. Turki didn't hold back, calling out the bigger issue that had fans upset beyond just the result, the fact that this fight was locked behind an $80 pay-per-view wall, only to leave them disappointed. If you charge people $80 for PPV, you must give them a good card with good production, he stated bluntly. Translation: this event wasn't worth the money, and if Turkey is saying that, you know it's a problem. This is a man who's been putting together mega events in Saudi Arabia, where fans expect top-tier boxing for the price they pay. If he's hinting that Tank isn't delivering anymore, that's a serious blow to Davis's reputation.
Did his thing, but Gervonta Davis is the champ, and it takes, a lot to be able to beat the champ. But Roach definitely had something that we all wasn't expecting. Might have been the power. His combinations was...
Then there was Shaker Stevenson, who has been chasing a fight with Tank for a long time. Despite the controversy, Stevenson made one thing clear: he still wants the fight. Ain't even gonna. __ on dude like he would do me, but I'm still ready and willing to fight. Let's make it happen. But he didn't ignore what happened in the ring either. With a calm yet direct statement, he said, I thought Lamont won though. Shaker wanted his shot at Tank, but at the same time, he acknowledged what everyone else saw. This wasn't a performance worthy of the so-called face of boxing, and the controversy didn't end there.
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up.
Ryan Garcia, the social media king of boxing, wasted no time jumping in. And when Ryan speaks, people listen. Lamont won. That's simple. No extra words, no hesitation. Then, he took a direct shot at boxing's credibility. Not calling that knockdown is the wildest thing I've ever seen in boxing. That type of stuff makes boxing look bad. To top it off, he added, crazy stuff. See y'all May 2nd. Ryan made sure to remind everyone that unlike Tank, he's got a fight lined up, and he doesn't plan on any controversial draws. Danny Garcia took a different approach. Instead of just focusing on the fight, he used the moment to remind everyone why Floyd Mayweather was in a league of his own. That's why I always say, this is how you know how great Floyd Mayweather was. No matter who he fought or how close the fight was, he always won. Even when he was expected to dominate, he still got the job done. He then emphasized why boxing is better when the best fight the best. If you lose, you lost to a fighter like you, a dog like you. But if you lose to someone with a lesser name, or you're expected to win and put on a performance like this, it hurts. Maybe not to the people who love you, but to the ones who really know boxing, it hurts your resume a little bit. Danny wasn't outright saying Tank is finished, but he made it clear. Performances like this can hurt a fighter's legacy. And with Tank often being compared to Floyd, this was a reminder that he hasn't reached that level yet. Then came the post-fight madness. Clearly frustrated by the crowd's reaction, Tank tried to explain what happened. When you are sweating and stuff like that, the graze came into my face and it burnt my eyes. Yo, why you all booing like I'm talking nonsense? That didn't do much to calm anyone down. If anything, it made things worse. Fans weren't looking for excuses about hair grease, they wanted accountability.
Take a knee or touch the canvas, gloves, and it's due to a punch, or even if you hurt and you go down, that's a knockdown. That's what I know from the rules of boxing.
Roach, on the other hand, handled things like a man who truly believed he had won. Tank is a great fighter, and I thank him for the opportunity to show the world, to all the people who doubted me, all the ones talking rubbish, and the fake boxing media. Even though I didn't get the win tonight, I thought I did, and in my book, that's a win. But we're not satisfied. We need a real W. If you voluntarily take a knee and the ref starts counting, that should be a knockdown. And if that's a knockdown, I win the fight.
How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that.
No translator was needed. Roach made it plain and simple. He believed he should have won and wants justice for it. This whole situation also raises serious questions about Tank's future. Before the fight, Davis mentioned he only wanted to fight 3 more times before retiring. But now, with a controversial draw on his record, does he still stick to that plan? Does he chase a rematch with Roach to clear his name? Or does he move on to bigger fights, hoping fans forget this ever happened?
Jordy still had rounds to go. Jordy was in the 8th round.
He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he couldn't pick it up.
Right. And so I think it was maybe a lack of focus.
And then there's the matter of Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime trainer, who wasn't in his corner for this fight. Could that have played a role in his performance? It's a question many are asking because, coach or not, something was clearly off about Tank in this fight. But sympathy? Tank didn't get any. Other boxing pros were clear, this wasn't a performance worthy of a champion, and many believe Roach should have been the rightful winner.
Over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate you.
However, things might be taking a new turn. If the rumors are true, Turkey Alashek is already working on a Devin Haney versus Tank Davis fight. Haney himself wasted no time trolling Tank after the fight. He posted, "I was waiting for the backflip," mocking Tank's signature celebration, which was noticeably absent after his lackluster performance. It was a clear dig, implying that Davis had nothing to celebrate after struggling against an opponent many expected him to dominate. Haney has long been one of Tank's biggest critics, and this moment only gave him more ammunition. For years, he's called out Davis, questioning his resume and the level of competition he faces. This draw only reinforced what Haney and others have been saying. Tank isn't as unbeatable as he thinks. Terence Crawford took it even further, claiming that Tank has never been the elite talent he believes himself to be. To Bud, this fight proved Davis is vulnerable and would be completely exposed against a truly sharp boxer. Tank ain't what he thinks he is, Crawford stated. Shaka, Devin, or even Keyshawn would break his ego worse than Roach just did. Crawford didn't hold back, essentially dismissing Davis as an overrated fighter who's been carefully matched to protect his undefeated record. In his view, a technician like Shaka Stevenson, a relentless pressure fighter like Devin Haney, or even the young and hungry Keyshawn Davis would completely dismantle Tank, shattering his confidence in the process. If that happens, the controversy from this fight will quickly be forgotten because it would be one of the biggest matchups in boxing today. But the real question remains, will Tank take that fight, or will he try to run it back with Roach first? What do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.